Hey everyone, my name is Taylor Drury and welcome to the Movement for Hope YouTube channel. I hope everybody's doing well, and today we're going to go through a guided beginner ballet bar. So this is designed for people who have either never done ballet before or have done a little bit and want to refine their beginner technique. So we're going to go through some of the simple exercises that are part of every ballet class, and it'll be about 15 to 20 minutes. So clear your space and let's get ready to go. So you can hold on to either a chair or a wall, whatever you have in your house. To get started, let's just kind of warm up a little bit by shaking our weight down into the floor. It never feels good to kind of just go right into ballet, for me at least, because I like to make sure my blood is flowing and there's no tension in my muscles. So let's shake one leg. And let's shake the other leg. And just do a couple of shoulder rolls up to the back. And reverse that. And a little head roll down one direction, just small. You don't have to force it. Two more that direction. Just getting a little stretch. Woo! And other direction. Two more. Good. All right, and today to find our turnout, first find our parallel position, so toes are facing forward, and bring one leg forward and flex the foot, and stretch the leg nice and long, lengthen it out of the hips, and then find the rotation from the top of your hip and just kind of play with that for a second, turning out and in. And then once you find your comfortable turnout from the hip, swing that leg down underneath and stand on it. So now you have one that's a little turned out and one that's turned in. Stand on that turned out one and flex the other foot forward. Play with the rotation in the hip. So I'm not moving my hips at all. I'm just feeling that ball in the hip joint, rotating out and in. Good, and then find your turnout and stand up taller on the standing leg to swing that leg underneath. And so this is now your natural turnout, and this is what we call first position. And so the idea here, and the reason I wanted to find the turnout this way, is that sometimes people think that it has to be really flat and force their toes further than their natural hips want to turn out. So this is the best position for you to stand. Good. So we're going to start by bringing the arms through first position and second position. So I'm holding on now with my left hand and my right arm is in the air. And we're going to go through a basic plie exercise where we bend the knees, keeping the heels on the ground, and we stretch. And the arms are just kind of drawing this circle in the air. Demi-plie, open. We're going to repeat that. Little bend in the knees, stretch arm to first, little bend in the knees, open arm to second, practicing the coordination of arm and leg there. Then we're going to turn the legs parallel and just go for a little forward fold stretch. You can let go of what you're holding on to and slowly roll up and try to find your second position sort of the same way. So our second position is just a little bit wider than our first position. It's not way out here and it's not super close. It's just open from where the hips fall down. Good. And we have the arm in second, and we do the same thing where we bend the knees a little bit, heels stay on the ground. We stretch. Same thing, open arm to second. And we do that again. And once you get more comfortable with this pattern, you can also focus the eyes on the fingers. And then this time in second position, we're going to reach towards what we're holding on to and get a stretch in our side body. Come back through second position, let go of what we're holding on to, pushing the weight down into the ground to keep our balance, reaching away, come back to second. And we're just gonna close in first and do the same thing, demi-plie, roll the heels up as high as we can and stretch the legs, lifting the head up. The weight from here down is drilling into the floor, through the ground, finding this rotation of the top of the legs and just testing your balance. And if you feel comfortable, close your eyes for a second and open them. And we'll do this with music all together. Here we go, arms in second. We go, demi, stretch, demi, stretch. Same thing again. Turn parallel, flat back, forward fold, drop the head, bend the knees to roll up, and open second position. Same thing, demi-plie, stretch. So it's a small bend of the knees, the belly bends to the spine. Towards what you're holding on to. Let go. Reaching long. Close into first. Bend the knees. Lift the heels as high as you can. Bring one arm to first. Stretch the legs. Other arm meets. These arms are in front of our belly button, so they're not way up here and they're not way down here. Nice and tall, stretching the legs, and slowly lower the heels. Slow, slow, keeping the legs straight, and relax. Good. So that's a very simple plie exercise. Usually we would move on then to do it in more positions, but for this level 1 beginner, we're gonna just do that for today. And we're gonna move on to tendus. So we're gonna, again, if you'd like, you find your first position how we did for plies. Open your arm in second. And it's very simple. We just extend the leg front and we close. We go side. So we're going through this demi point of the foot. We find the demi and then the toes stretch all the way and close. And we're just going around the clock. In ballet, we also call that en croix. So we go front, side, back, side. We're gonna do it again. Da, 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 da. Then we're just gonna find that plie, roll up, and lower nice and tall. Then we reverse it. So the leg goes back and in, side and in, front and in, side and in. Again, back and in, side and in, front and in, side and in. Plie with the heels, stand tall, bounce, bounce, blah, 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 blah. So we do front to back, balance, back to front, balance, and then we do the other side. Let's go all together. The arm just stays in second the whole time. Here we go. And front, in, side, in, back, in, side, in. So as we do it again, think about how the weight needs to shift onto one leg, back to two legs, onto one leg, back to two, onto one, back to two. Now we plie, lift the heels as high as you can, stretching up, meeting the arms. The head is floating up really high, and lower slow. We reverse. And in, side, and in, front, and in, to the side. One last time. Back, in, side, in, to the front, in, to the side, and close. Little bend the knees, lift the heels. hands, balance. Good. And now try to stay where you are and just lift the arms overhead. The belly button is in towards the spine. Long back of the neck. Reach up tall, lower slowly. And shake it out. Good work, everybody. So now we'll switch around to go to the other side. So just making sure that both legs are staying straight the whole time, and the only action is really shifting from 2 legs to 1 leg, and the action of the foot going through the demi-point, sort of like you're licking the floor. Here we go. First position, prepare the arm to second. We go front, to the side, to the back, to the side. One more time. Standing tall out of the hips. The back of the legs are really engaged. Good, and as you plie, bring the arm down, lift the heels, stand up, stretching the legs, 2 arms in front of the belly button, and slowly lower, and we reverse. Long in the front of the collarbones, to the front, and side. Last time. The leg is going as long, far away from you as you can. The foot being pulled. Good. Demi-plie. Lift the heels. Stretching the legs. Meet the hands in front of the belly button. Breathing. Whew. Lift the arms overhead. Shoulder blades down the back. And get taller as you lower the heels. Good. Shake that out. Good work, guys. We're just going to do one more exercise. So this is really just the introduction to the start of ballet bar. And we're going to just do what's called a Jetta, and it's just going to be a little bit faster. So it's similar to the tendu, but the legs shoot just barely off the floor. Okay, so you can hold on, you can face your bar, so you can have 2 hands, or you can use 1 or no hands, up to you. And it's super simple. We're just going to do 8 jetés with the right leg. 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 8 with the other leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 2, then 2, then plie. Then we repeat the whole thing starting with the left leg. All right? I'll do it with you. Let's give it a go. Seven and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Other leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 4. In. Squeezing the legs together. In. And 2, and 2, and plie. Releasing. Other leg. Left. 2, 3, 7, 8, 2, 4, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, and 2, then stay up, find a small bend in the knees, lower the heels, and stretch. So now you have learned a few different terminologies if you're brand new, and if you're not, then you kind of got like a super simple leg engagement. So I'll be making some more of these videos for Movement for Hope, and I hope that this is something that can introduce people who have been kind of wanting to take ballet but have been too nervous to go to a class at a studio. But also now, because we are all in home due to the COVID-19 situation, so use this time to get over your fears and try all the things that we're offering. I'll see you next time. My name's Taylor. Have a nice one.